Hello boys and girls, Mr. Bork is here. I'm here to give you an art lesson today on something called a mandala. And a mandala is it's a circle with a intricate design inside of it. And they're very fun to make and very interesting to make. Now, to do this lesson, you first have to have seen the math video that I gave, which is on diameter and radius. So based on what you've learned from diameter and radius, you're able to create this right here, which is a circle, hand-drawn circle made from the diameter of, I believe, 6 inches. So let me show you how it works. So you put a spot in the middle of the paper, which again, you learned on the math video. And you, from the center, you made either a 3-inch radius or a 6-inch diameter. And we marked it all over the place in a circle, little dots. We connected the dots with our pencil and we went back over with a pen. Well, if you look back at my mandala, you will see that I have my 6-inch radius diameter. I also have inside of it a 4-inch diameter circle and a 2-inch diameter circle. So we still have to make those. We also have 2 more lines here. So let's go back over here and I'll show you how to make the other 2, which you'll probably figure out pretty quick how I did it. So from the center, you're going to either think 2-inch radius from there to there, or 4-inch diameter all the way across. So let's go ahead and start making some dots. And let's go around. And like I said on the other video, the more dots you make, the better, because you'll have more things to connect to. We don't want to connect with straight lines because then it just kind of looks like a jaggedy circle. So if we can get a bunch of little dots all kind of next to each other. I'm going to go fast so that you don't have to watch me doing this all day long. So I'm just going to stop with that. I would suggest you put some more. But anyway, we'll go around and again, you kind of have a slight curve to all these points, going point to point, put a curve to it so that it looks like a circle. And there's one there, going super fast. I can do this, of course, I've done this many years. I would ask you to slow down and take your time. All right, we're gonna do one more. We need to do the inside circle, which is, it was a 2-inch diameter, which means it's a 1-inch radius. And put your 1 in the middle, that's halfway point. So from here to there, like that. And I'll make a few more. And we'll start with pencil because if we just go straight to pen and we mess up, we'll be very sad. So we want to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We like what we see. We can envision a circle being made and we go back. So again, I would probably ask you to make a few more. You'll have a nicer looking circle, but this will work for our purposes. After that, you're going to go back with your pen or whatever you have to make it darker than a pencil. To me, pencil is great for creating your art, but not for finishing your art. Unless it's actually a pencil drawing, it's always better to go back over your pencil marks with crayon or a pen or something. It just looks more finished. So there it is. Okay, now from here, if we look at our mandala, we'll see that we need to put a horizontal and a vertical line. All right, how to do that? Well, here's how we're gonna do it. You could just freeform, just kind of stare at it and see how, make it tall this way and make it that way. Or you could measure it off. I'm gonna show you really quick how to measure it and figure it out. Turns out that when I made this dot, it was about a little shy of 4.5 inches from the edge to the middle. So I'm gonna do the same thing up here. So I'll do it with pencil. And I'll go a little bit shy of 4.5 inches, maybe about right there. And down here, I'll do the same from the edge, okay? And if you line them all up, you should, didn't work out real great. I don't know why. Not at all. Okay, so we'll ditch that idea. All right, so I tell you what I'm gonna do. This one's measured wrong. I know what the problem is. I didn't do this one right. I went way off. So let's go back to a little shy of 4.5. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Good. And that's what happens sometimes, all right? You kind of see something wrong and you just go in and fix it. Now, I did it. All right, let's try the other line. Turn it this way. If I measure, it's just about a little shy of 6 inches from the top. Okay, there's the edge, almost 6 inches. I'll go way over here and do the same thing. And if I do this one correctly, and I think I did this time, they should all line up. Nice. And I tell you what, instead of you watching me go back with this with pen, we'll just look at that. So guess what we have here? We have like a nice little bullseye, huh? Okay, so how many pieces do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need to come up with 12 patterns. Let's go back to our mandala. I am not going to teach you all these patterns, and that's not part of the lesson. What I want you to do is you're going to go online and look at patterns like this and just kind of pull the ones that you like. So these are what are called Zentangle. Funny word, and that's what this pattern idea is called. It's called a Zentangle. And so we're going to go online and look up Zentangle patterns. That will be our search phrase. So let me show you how you do that. We come over to my computer. And when we come over to my computer, it's probably at Google. I'm not real crazy about Google for looking at images. So I like a program called Bing. It's a different search engine. It's just like Google. It's just a different company. So I would say in Google, go ahead and type in for a search word Bing. And it's the first thing that'll pop up. And so if you click on Bing, it'll take you to Bing. I love Bing. So Bing, I'm going to type in Zentangle patterns, and I've been doing this for a little while. So you can see it's the first thing that already pops up because I've been doing that. And you get something like this. It kind of looks like Google, doesn't it? But it's seeing. Now we're going to go to images, which is right up here. And we have a bunch of Zentangle pattern images. Okay, now where do we go? Let's click on the first one. That looks pretty good. We scroll all the way up here to full size. Oh, I love Bing for this reason. It gives you a nice big picture of what you're looking for. So you go through here and you decide, ooh, I kind of like that one. I want to use that for one of my little spots, my 12 spots to shade in. Or you might like that one, or you might not like any of them. Oh, I can't use these, they're too hard. Let's go to the next one. You might see something there you like. Hey, I could probably do something like this. Or I can see myself making these little leaves. Or you just keep going and going and going and going. And you just kind of, that's how I made mine. That's exactly how I made mine. These are all just copied off of these little pictures. So, boys and girls, that's kind of the whole idea. Let's go back to our mandala. So there's mine. I left it black and white. You can definitely go back in and color it. In fact, I did this activity with my Eagle Time class, and they did a great job with them. They were very pretty, and most of them chose to color them. And so I would suggest using kind of light colors. Don't use dark blues and purples and dark reds, because it'll just muddy the whole thing up. Use nice, light, bright colors, and it'll really make it look even better. And I know you guys are going to do a great job with this. Let me just tell you one last thing. I'd sure like to see what you guys made. Now, what I don't have yet is I don't have a good resource to gather all of your photographs of all your great artwork and put it on one place on Google Classroom. I haven't found that yet, but I'm going to be looking for it. So in the meantime, I'd like you to have your parent take a picture of your finished artwork, and they can then email it to me at right here, vborkus@palermoK8.org. And when I do find that great resource to make a gallery of all my students' work, I will definitely post it and let you know. Okay? So I hope you enjoy this art. I hope you look at all of my other videos that I'm posting on Google Classroom. And I do miss all of you guys. Take care.